Alright, what's up YouTube? Jables here. Welcome in everybody, welcome. Today we are finishing up Nightmare on our bow slash crossbow elemental paladin in Nightmare. We have not done anything since last stream where we finished Act 3. However, Act 3 for you guys would have unlocked Nightmare Mephisto, which is a huge step up from Nightmare and Dario when it comes to drops, right? The gear possibilities are pretty much through the roof. They are very, very good from Nightmare Mephisto. He unlocks class-specific uniques, which are level 42 required. And he just drops all sorts of goodies. You know, any mid-tier exceptional uniques he can drop, and that is where the uniques really kind of start to, you know, work in your favor, like way more than, you know, normal items would. Are they a deal breaker? No, but they are very helpful, and I am far from perfectly geared up for this completely. This is kind of like a blind run. I've never actually done a Bowadin or a crossbowdin before, so hopefully this treats us well. We are level 60, and I would recommend being somewhere around there as well, because Act 4 and Act 5 is where the difficulty kind of cranks up quite a bit, and we are actually going to be experiencing some difficulties, which is kind of exciting for us because we might have to switch our build up a little bit. Now remember, in single player you can enable having unlimited free respecs, which is what we are taking advantage of. However, I do want to try going forward with Holy Fire. Now the problem that we're going to encounter is that the Doom Knights in Act 4 are all immune to fire. In Nightmare even. So, and they're just annoying. There's a bunch of them in general. Yeah, they're going to give us a hard time. So the only damage we're going to be dealing is our physical 27 to 80. Because again, we're not using any skill to bump up our damage, right? Like for example, Zeal increases your damage a little bit, right? Like the Barbarian skills all increase their damage. But we don't have, you know, we're just using a regular attack. So nothing is, you know, we're only dealing 27 to 80. Okay? And we don't have any plus, you know, I guess we're getting some cold damage from Ravenfrost. Oh, that's right, we don't need this. We're getting cold damage from Ravenfrost. Come on, Jables, don't be an idiot. You don't need that at all. We could put back on our keys if we want. Now we could do that later. But yeah, we won't be doing any, 10 max damage, I guess, from here. Yeah, but that's just too low. You know, besides Razan doing our physical damage bidding here, we are going to have a hard time. What's up, Z? You are right on time for the beginning of Act 4, my man. Thank goodness you came early this time. I was just thinking about you, you know? I'm like, you know, if he plans on hopping on YouTube and watching this stream, hopefully it's not going to be at the very, very last second where we're about to finish up. So we're just starting, and I was just explaining to everybody who will watch this in the future that in Act 4, a lot of fire immunes are going to start popping up, and we are primarily a fire, well, the only fire dealer. So we might have to experiment with Holy Freeze or Holy Shock, or maybe a combination, but that's going to kind of be a little bit hard to do, but it is doable because they do share Salvation as a synergy. Now, if you guys can see, the Holy Fire synergies, right, are at 21 and 10. Holy Freeze is 15 and 7, and Holy Shock is 12 and 4. So the synergies are actually going to be less and less effective for each of these skills. But I guess they share salvation, which we could maybe dual spec. We'll see. And then another issue is, I don't even know if exploding arrow, right, from this weapon, fires explosive arrows, will translate our holy freeze damage or our holy shock damage. So we are going to experiment up the wazoo up in here for Act 4 and 5. We might actually have to just stop at Act 4, depending on how long this stream goes, because I'm completely, you know, oblivious to the interactions of exploding arrows and like the holy fire, holy freeze, and holy shock auras. Okay, but we'll see. Got Clegg Saws. Set just got to Act 4. Nice. Clegg Saws is also nice. I believe that's the one that has knockback on the gloves and slows target, right? The knockback might be a little annoying, unless if you're a Paladin. If you're shooting from a distance, knockback is fantastic. But the melee thing, knockback might be a little bit annoying sometimes. But the slows target is kind of huge. In general, that's a great glove for early on. So congrats on that. Very nice. And if you complete the set, I forget what the bonus is, but it's not nothing either. So they did buff up some of the sets in Diablo 2 Resurrected. So you should have a fun time with that. See? But we're still rocking the same thing, guys. We have not changed our gloves. We're still rocking Nat's boots for the res, right? Because we did switch that out last stream. Yeah, plus 300 attack rating. That's huge. Yes, yes, yes. So that's good for any melee or ranged like bow or crossbow character. Yeah. Ravenfrost, and we're wearing the Angelic combo for the attack rating. Yeah, speaking of attack rating, right, Z? I need 720 in Nightmare to satisfy my needs, and I'm not even, well, you'll see. It's not 95% chance to hit. Definitely not. We're still rocking Tarnhelm, which we should maybe switch out eventually, and Hustle. So when we start to experiment, I was considering not needing this and instead trying out the Demon Machine, which will actually give us 99% pierce, and it can free up our slot for attack speed, because with this, I believe there's no attack speed required because it's so fast to begin with. None of my attack speed will change, you know, my actual frames. So that would allow us to wear something like Gold Skin, because the Chaos Sanctuary, you know, remember they have low resistance there. Oh, we are gonna have a hard time, boys and girls. But hopefully we can suffer through it together and nicely. And many more. Yeah, I know. Yeah, they definitely give like 5 to something bonuses. Yeah. But the attack rating is clutch on Clegg Saws. Alright, so you know what? We are not going to tempt fate here. We're going to go down to players 1. I don't know how this is going to go. But let's prepare. Again, we might have to start doing that switch kind of early on. So, let's go. Dun, 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 we're so fast. Woo! Okay, so by the way, the normal monster, we're not going to have, and even the monsters like this, look at this, this player is 1 only, and we're not one-shotting things. Yeah, Hasaris I would even say is better, because it requires less pieces to get the bonuses. Like the boots and belt are huge for attack rating, and then that actually frees up the gloves and like the weapon for the Clegg Saws, right? Like, so it's a nice. Oh yeah, congrats, man. Hasaris is great, Clegg Saws is good, and you can mix and match. You know, you don't need the full set to enjoy it. You could do like 2 pieces out of that, 2 pieces out of this, you know, mix and match what is best for you, and it should be fine. Open, of course. Nephroon. Now, without even just, let's pretend that the fire immunes are not fire immune, right? In general, Act 4 and Act 5 is going to have higher resistance to fire monsters. So that's going to kind of be a problem. Let's see. Rasana's chance to hit kind of freaking sucks. But he's doing his thing. There we go. And he leveled up. Very nice. Anyways, let's hug the wall here. And find the Plains of Despair. Ooh. Oh. Hello, ladies. You are extra fast. Huh? Okay, they ran away. Good. And by the way, Razan is still wearing a Yari, a Hun Sundan, a Twitch Throw, and a Bulwark. So nothing has changed. Just so that you guys are aware. And all the stuff that I showed, everything that I'm wearing, is farmable up to this point. It's farmable in normal and in nightmare. Nothing is crazy when it comes to the gear that I have on here. Oh gosh. Again, damage-wise, we're strong, but now when resistances come into play, you know, it's not going to be fun in games anymore. But they don't call it Diablo and Nightmare for no reason, right? Nightmare is supposed to be a nightmare, right, Z? The only difficulty that is supposed to be normal is normal. Plains of Despair are here. Oh, great. Souls. We have 45 light res, and this will start hurting. Oh, gosh. Ah! And you can't even see them correctly. What the heck? Ooh, fanaticism. Ooh, stay away from that bad boy. Dimensional Blade. Ethereal? No. That rune we don't need.
I am overburdened.
Resist fire, thank you. Alright, we will hug the wall, but eventually we want to find visual so we can finally max out our synergies. Yeah, but see, I need to start drinking some hot potions, actually. We're not going to breeze through the game like we were earlier because of how strong Holy Fire is. Oh. Gosh, the corpse spawners, flesh spawners, gosh darn it. I hate those guys too. They're little children that they spawn. Ooh, annoying. Yeah, those guys. Also, we have to not get greedy because we did die one time last stream, I believe. Don't get greedy with the potions, eh? Come on, Jables. Oh, hello.
I am overburdened.
Oh, another bat group. Wow. Oh. And Tainteds. Okay, now we're looking for the waypoint, and we'll come back. Oh my goodness. Woo-hoo-hoo. Bats can be very dangerous. They have an innate lightning, like their normal attack deals lightning damage, and if I'm not mistaken, which you know, is cause for concern. No matter how good your lightning resistance are, lightning damage is just so strong. Oh my gosh, even like the Tainteds here. See, and the Tainteds in Nightmare are also, like in Act 4, are also immune to lightning. So boy, oh boy, we can't even just focus on one type of damage anymore. I don't think I think need to diversify and go dual spec if we want to keep this up. I don't know. Get away, bats, tainted. Right, this is Nightmare. Yeah, they're all immune to lightning. It's kind of crazy. There's so many immunities that start popping up in Act 4. The first one we encountered was the Burning Archers in the sewers of Act 2, remember? That was last stream. And now, we have immunities left and right already. And then hell, literally every monster has at least one immunity. Well, exactly one immunity, and then, like, boss, unique, or like, you know, unique mobs have, let's say, more than one. Sometimes. Emerald. Oh, don't get too close. I guess that's a good thing about being a Paladin, is we don't have to get into the faces right away, you know? You can kind of stand back and hopefully do what we need to do. Man, that Pierce is so awesome. Is it right here? Oh, no, that's a fake one. It's a fake City of the Damned. Hopefully it's not up there. I don't feel like checking over there. I feel like I want the more open areas. That's true, that's true. Yeah, I forgot about that. Fanaticism. Okay. That's something that I was looking for, something that has... Yeah, wait, where is it? Right here. That's true, but if I do want to attack, I need that Holy Fire, right? So, but I get you. Yeah. For running through, that's definitely the way to go. It's salvation. I'm playing a little risky here, you know what I'm saying? Alright, let's identify everything. Let's put this fanaticism one away. I'm really... I want to try something out with this. It's very cool. Put these away. Nefrune. Hey, 3 faster run walk. We could keep that guy. And that is a nothing burger. Let's make one of these. Alright. Okay. Let's go find Isual. There's gonna be souls here. Yep. Aha. Shoot and run. Shoot and run. That's why actually faster run walk is kind of important for any ranged character like this, because the running away is kind of a big part when you get into situations, well, pretty much starting in Nightmare. More specifically Nightmare Act 4, and maybe even Act 3. You get into situations where you do like to run away, and it's very helpful. And I have to start collecting rejuve potions again, because I have a feeling that we're going to be going through those kind of a lot. Alright, remember, this player is 1, so, you know, I was expecting a little better, but it is what it is. Alright. Yep. So Isual finally lets us cap out our damage. Yeah, I know, but see, unfortunately, I would love to run Conviction. Yeah, but the thing is, you need to run only one aura at a time. Meaning you cannot. The only way to get Conviction with one of the Holy Fire, Holy Freeze, or Holy Shock auras is if you create an Infinity and put it on your Mercenary. Or if you wield your own Infinity and be a melee, double-handed, you know, Zealer, right? But Infinity is way too expensive for me, man. I don't have an Infinity, and I don't know when I will ever be making one. I don't even have an Enigma for my main characters, so that's the first thing. I need a Burr rune, because I actually did find a random, I couldn't believe my eyes, a random jaw, my first jaw ever. So now all I need is a Burr rune, which could only drop in Hell, obviously, and kind of in the later stages of Hell as well, to make my first Enigma. And then after that, I can hope to eventually find the runes for an Infinity. But like on a playthrough, you would never be able to use it. Yeah, but the Demon Hunter was kind of cool in Diablo 3. I felt like it was like a little too fast paced though. There was like a skill where I think it was called not Strafe. Ooh, I forget what it's called, or maybe it was called Strafe, where you would literally hold down the button and there was a unique either bow or quiver that pretty much shot arrows automatically at monsters while you were moving. So you didn't even, like, all you would do is just like move around in a circle and just like arrows would just like fly at all the monsters. It was so fast paced. It was kind of broken in my opinion, you know? It was just too strong. Or just like too kind of crazy play style, you know? It was too boring at one, like in a sense, because the person that was playing it, all they were doing was just like going in circles, you know? And it was kind of frustrating because, like, dude, every character should like have some strategy to it, not just you know, in a circle, in a circle, in a circle, and just everything dies. But if you liked it, if you like ranged characters, dude, I would highly recommend trying this. And since you're already making a Paladin, you're not going to have to re-level, for example, an Amazon or something, right? Because that's their, you know, a bow wielding character is pretty much for an Amazon. Like, look at this bow. +3 to bow and crossbow skills, Amazon only. +3 to immolation arrow, Amazon only. But if you already have a Paladin, you could use the Holy Fire, where is it? Holy Fire or Holy Freeze or Holy Shock aura to deal damage. Now, Holy Fire actually somehow, and I don't know how this happens, but in the Diablo 2 code, it somehow gets applied to the explosion damage of exploding arrows. Will this be true for Holy Freeze and Holy Shock? I have no idea, but hopefully yes. But you know, if you think about the lore, you know, exploding arrow obviously makes sense with fire damage, right? So that is kind of, that makes sense. But the Holy Freeze and Holy Shock, I'm not sure. But at least you could enjoy the fire build, man. If you get yourself like a nice bow that has, but it has to have some kind of a piercing attack. Do you see how it says piercing attack there? Here, let's go here. 50% piercing attack. You need one of those. And you need the bow to save fires exploding arrows or explosive arrows or bolts for, you know, for you to do like area damage, right? Same thing like here. It says 66% piercing attack for the demon machine, and it says fires explosive arrows or bolts, right? Without it, you're just firing one arrow that just pierces through and never explodes. But it is very fun, especially early on. I am not complaining whatsoever. Anyways, now that we've maxed out, I do want to see our damage. So let's take a look. All right, that disregard that because that is adding on top my fire damage here and all the other stuff, right? But the skill itself at level 21 with max synergies is doing 1500 to 2000 damage to, like, that I am adding to my arrows. That's a lot of damage. And then the pulsing aura is doing 250 to 680. You know, so roughly what, 450, let's say, right, on average. And then the arrow average is like 1750, 1800. Let's call it 1800 and we're good, right? Which is very good damage. But I don't know how we're going to go through the Chaos Sanctuary with all those fire immunes. It's just going to take forever for normal attacks, so we're going to have to probably dual spec. We'll see, and hopefully it works out. Anyways, I'm excited because we get to roll the dice on our Hellforge in Nightmare. What is this? Oh. Okay. And just by the way, from here on out, we are going to be on Players 1. I'm not going to be trying out like Players 3 or whatever. It's just going to be a little bit too hard, I think. Now, is it a good challenge? Yeah, Players 3 should be doable, but I don't want to do Players 7, you know. We're level 60. We're good enough when it comes to levels, and we'll be doing more leveling once we go to when we get to Eldritch. That's going to be our leveling spot. Okay. Little tasks. Stop it with your little minion, with your babies. No, come on, Razan, man. Why are you so far back over there? Every time. He's just like too slow to keep up or something. I don't know. Like, look, why is he so slow? I have to give him a hustle. Which actually I should. He's high enough level. I just don't have the runes for it right now. But I should give him a hustle. That would be awesome. Shale Co Eld. There we go. Hey, look at that. More life. Alright, well now we have a situation where there's no place really that is beneficial to our holy fire damage anymore. I guess we put into more vigor just for now. Yeah, I guess so. Run, 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 run. Oh. Tier rune.
I am overburdened.
Okay. Should be picking up things to sell. I don't know why I'm not. Especially once we start using our teleport staff if we need to. That's gonna, you know, cost us a bit. Definitely want to kill the grotesque before they start spawning their little children. Wow, so many dead ends here. Okay. Or these guys. I don't know who spawns the children. I know that, I think they do. I think the grotesques do it. Whoa. How the heck did we miss? We missed? The Hellforge? Wait, don't tell me it's here. In the literally beginning. I think that would be a first ever that I've seen the Hellforge spawn before the stairs even. That's crazy. No way. Okay, good. I was gonna say that would be unheard of. Or where did we go wrong? Okay, this is locked off. Okay, that's nothing. Nothing here. Okay. Am I crazy or what? Oh, right there. Oh my goodness. How did I not see that? Alright, that's okay.
I am overburdened.
By the way, I picked those up, and when he says I am overburdened, that means that he maxed them out at 500. So, just FYI. Okay, come on here, Razan, because you're just going to be chilling over there. By the way, that's a nice way to reposition your mercenary, is to just use teleport. Okay. Oh my goodness! He just ran out of nowhere. Excuse me. That was so funny. Did you guys see how quickly Hephasto got to us? Whoa. He was like double extra fast, which is actually impossible for any monster to like spawn with double of the same affix, but that's what it looked like. That was hilarious. Alright, everything's out. Let's put our stuff away. Remember, we're still collecting this stuff for some reason, but we do need to do that. Whoa, hey, to the Paladin skills. Obviously not better than a spirit, so unfortunately that all shields. But isn't that cool? To the Pally skills like this is always green. It's kind of cool and cool looking. Alright, let's put the stone on. Let's switch. Whoopsies. Okay. Let's smack that thing. And did we get anything good? Hell rune. What is my luck with these things, man? I literally cannot. Out of all the playthroughs, Z, right? You've been here. Out of all the playthroughs, when's the last time I got a decent rune from the Hellforge? I cannot remember. I know one time, and only one time, if I'm not mistaken,
What do you need?
that I got a goal, and I was like, what? It goes on my grail, because I didn't even ever have a goal yet on D2R and single player. But besides that, Hell Rune, Io Rune, all these like low runes, man. Disappointing. Jeez. But what you gonna do, you know? Guess you gotta live with it. Alright, now I'm gonna prove to you guys how this whole Chaos Sanctuary thing is gonna look out. Alright, Hadriel. Alright, so getting there is not the problem. But once we are there, you guys will see. I mean, hopefully I'm wrong, but I have this suspicion. By the way, we should be teleporting through these things. They're kind of annoying. Yeah, let's teleport through this. Okay, here we are. So Venom Lords, immune to poison, no problem, but very high fire resistance. As you can tell, they kind of take a long time to kill, even on Players 1, by the way. This is Players 1. Okay, Stormcasters, thank goodness, is the only one that has no problems. But look, all of this is fire immune. All of these. Whoa. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, we just can't kill these guys. Yeah, there's no reason to even try this. This is gonna be crazy. Wow. Alright. We wasted 2 full rejues on that guy. Well, not on that guy. He's our guy. He's our Razan. Let's sell that. Alright, so we need to make some kind of an adjustment here, because this is just not going to be working out for us. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking. By the way, let's see what the requirements of this is. 80 and 95. 80 strength, 95 dex. What are we at? 95 strength. Wait, what is it again? 80, 95. Why do we have 95 strength? Oh, I need that for something, I believe, right? What do I need 95 strength for? I remember I needed it for something, though. Yeah, what did I need it for? 15 strength, 65, 65. Oh, I needed it for alders just in case. Okay, okay. Yeah. Alright, so we just need 80 strength and 95 dex. How much dex do we have? 80, but that should be fine, yeah. So 80 and 80. The rest goes in here. Alright, so this is what I'm thinking. Here, let's do that first. We're gonna respec. So this should say 130 at the end. $81.30. Alright, the rest goes into vitality. That's good, that's fine for us. Alright, we're at like 950 life. Alright, so this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, obviously no zeal. We might eventually have to go into, I don't know, like lose the bow, but I really don't want to do that. I'm thinking we go half fire. And what should we do? Will vengeance work with bow? No, it will not. Vengeance is only a melee. Here, this guy right here. Yeah. And it's weird because it doesn't say, right? It doesn't say that, well, you know what? Hold on. We'll respec again if need be. Let me see something. But I don't think so. Let me see. Yes, you cannot attack with vengeance. Nope. Vengeance is only gonna be good for melee, like swords and stuff like that, right? $80 and $130. All right. So yeah, I'm thinking that we should go half fire. And actually, I'm gonna have you kind of help me out here. Do you think we should go? What two things should we do? Or maybe we just don't even go fire. Maybe, but fire is reliable. Like I know that it will work. I think we should go half fire, and half either holy freeze or holy shock. What do you think? We are gonna be a lot weaker with each hit, but at least we have that ability, right? Freeze, slow them down. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, this is definitely, Holy Freeze is definitely the defensive style, right? It's like the safety. And I do know I've watched people, you know, do some videos about Holy Shock, but for a zealer, right? Like zealing, not using a bow. But Holy Shock is super strong too. Like once you get the gear for it, ooh, it is very good, very strong. But I feel like I should go Holy Freeze as well. I agree with you, man. All right, so what we're gonna need is literally nothing in here. Okay, that saves us 2 points actually from here. And let's see. Okay, so prerequisite here and here. So these are our two main damage dealers. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, I already have the cold. So by the way, I have cold damage from my Raven Frost. So that's good. And technically we could potentially use this if we would want to. This isn't bad. The only problem is that it does not have any exploding on it, you know? Which is my kind of worry. It doesn't have any exploding arrows or bolts. This does though. So maybe we could just use this. Yeah, unfortunately this is just a straight arrow, no explosions. And I really want the explosions. And only this bow and this crossbow have it, unfortunately. Ugh, I know. It's a tough call. But at least I'm happy about this call. So this is what we're going to need. Also, we need to... Oh yeah, we don't need any... Okay. So you know what? We're gonna max this bad boy. Boom. Max this bad boy. Boom. And since they both share salvation, we're going to max salvation, even though it's going to give us less damage, right, compared to the other synergy. But let's max that. Boom. We have 7 points left over. The question is, do we want 1 point into vigor, or should we say screw it? Because there's not much of a difference in run speed. And then, so this is our damage. So it went from from 1500 to 2000 down to 600 to 850. Like 650 to 850. Do you see that? So that's like we're doing less than half now for Holy Fire. And Holy Freeze, in general, Holy Freeze is the weakest out of the three, but it is the most crowd control, right? And this one gives around 500 cold damage. And it slows enemies down by 54%, which is huge. I love that. Dude, or do you think we should just go all three? And deal with everybody separately depending on who's there. I mean, because I would prefer probably maxing out one of these synergies, right? I almost want to go fire, because fire is going to be the main damage dealer, and then cold is only going to be for when we need it, I think, right? What do you think? Or should I just go 7 points into Holy Shock? What do you think? Holy Shock to have all three possibilities, all three different damage types? Or should we invest in the synergy of fire or cold? Which did you do before? Guess that freeze is the best to use. Yeah, in general, yes. But if something is cold immune, you know, I want to... Okay, so, but you know what? Then in that case, I kind of agree with you. Let's make that our main, and we'll do Holy Fire, like, in case, right? So let's max out Resist Cold, and we're good to go. Or not max out, but our remaining points go there. Lightning is nice as well. Yeah, because we could, you know, we have 7 points left over, right? We maxed out Holy Fire, we maxed out Holy Freeze. And we can potentially just put, you know, the remaining points here. Or we could beef up. Yeah, there's so many build types, man. Or we could beef up one of these. I kind of want to beef up this, though. Because this in general is not that much damage, you know? That's the only downside. Holy Freeze is the weakest damage type. But I don't feel like we need 3 different damage types. That's kind of overkill. So let's max out... I think we should max out... Maybe it is this? Maybe. You know what? Let's just go for it. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, I know. Okay. We're gonna do this as our main and this as our secondary. I wonder what was W on before. Yeah, that's true. You get more hits in. That's true. Now our damage is weaker, but how much is this? This isn't half bad, to be very honest with you. This isn't half bad at all. You know? 700 damage? Why not? This is nice. But the question is, what did we have there before? Was it Zeal? Was it... Vigor. Oh yeah, we had cleansing as well. That's okay. That's okay. Alright, let's try this instead then, boys. We're going in. Okay, the question is, does the No, the explosion doesn't happen. The explosion, it seems, does not. Oh man. The explosion does not carry over the cold damage. No. So this does, but unless if I'm not understanding, or unless if I'm not seeing it somehow. But it seems like if I'm not targeting an action, like I don't know, I'm a little confused on that end. And look, with lower resistance, I'm in the negatives on all of them. Oof, not great. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be carrying through the explosion does not. Hit all the monsters. We'll be able to test this out a little bit better, I think. On Eldritch when we get there. And it's weird because, as you can see, it actually doesn't even hit every time. Wow, it only hits 65% of the time. I almost want to say that definitively it does. The explosion does not. Yeah, the explosion in general does not carry any of the damage. Man, I really hope that it would. Gosh darn it. Unless... See, yeah, it does not carry over at all. And the cold damage actually only applies when I hit, not even the explode. Yeah, so even the explosion doesn't. But I wonder, maybe the freezes target does it? I wonder. Hold on, I need to check this out, guys. We're doing some experimenting today, is what I'm gonna say. All right. Let's experiment. We're gonna respec again. We're gonna do the same build. But we're going to change our bow. And let's actually do it... Oh, yeah, we're going to do this one. So we need 110. Okay. 110 strength and then 130. Oh, gosh. All right. Let's do it. Oh, whoops. Do it again. Yeah, if they hit... No, from Holy Freeze, they do not freeze, actually. They are only chilled. The only way that you could do freezes is if, like, your bow, see, like this, Bariza, it says freezes target +3. That's the only way that it freezes. If you used freezing arrow on the Amazon, yes, it freezes. But for the Holy Freeze aura from the Paladin, on the Paladin, it does not, unfortunately. But I know what you're trying to say. Yeah, you hit with freeze, but yeah, unfortunately, it's not going to happen for our aura here. Ooh, from 950 to 850 life. Yikes. Okay, we're going to do the same thing. Where were we? Nothing here. This max, this max. Salvation max. Let's put 1 point into cleansing, I feel. Nah, it's good. Resist cold. Okay, we're gonna try something, guys. We're gonna get rid of that. Well, hold on. No, let's keep that. We are gonna put this on. Oh gosh. We'll see how this is gonna go. Oh, and I never even checked how fast we would be attacking. Let's see. Attack speed calculator. What is this guy called? A ballista. Ballista, where are you? Ballista. Okay, and we are a paladin. Okay, 140, we hit that. Oh, and then that's it, so we don't even need any more. Okay, 140 is where we're at. Are we 63 yet? No, we're not 63. Unfortunate. Alright, oops. Yeah. But the slow is perfectly fine. Yeah, I'm not complaining about the slow whatsoever. Alright, so this also has a piercing attack. Let me see. 100% pierce. Whoa. Okay, hold on. So we don't even need this. Wait a minute. Do we even have any belts for us to use then? Well, it says this. But I don't want 8 slots only. Yeah, I needed more charms. Oh, yeah. Right. Give me a break here. You know, let's... Okay, I do have this, though. This is nice as well. Gives me some... Oh, and I have enough strength for it, too. Look at that. Let's do that. That helps out a lot. I am very, very curious if this is going to work. Because the cold damage, again, there's no explosion, but the freezes target might somehow do it. Who knows? We might have to respec again, you know? I don't know. Alright, let's try this. Yeah, there's no other thing for us to do. Again, no explosions means... Oh, gosh. Freezes target, but does it freeze everything? Let's see. Or does it only freeze the first target? It seems to only freeze the first target, maybe? Hold on, let's see. I mean, it's doing work, right? What do you think? Or is it just the fact that, you know, that I just do enough damage? Oh, you guys are very fast. Oh my goodness. It is working. Obviously, it's not. I am curious though. Like, I would want to test it more on like, does it freeze the monsters that it hits like later as well? You know what I mean? Or is it only like the first monster in line? Because I would want them all to freeze if possible. Because it does say freezes target. Let's see. Does it do it? I don't know. Again, it's a little hard to tell. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I guess. That is true. But remember, that is a bunch to do with Holy Freeze. Look, slows enemies by 54. Woohoo! They are half as slow as they would normally be. Okay, this is a good way to see. It doesn't seem to freeze the back targets though, unfortunately. Man, that also is kind of a bummer. Because it should do what it says it does, right? Like, it freezes the first monster it hits, but even after my bolt pierces through, it doesn't seem to freeze the next monster, for example, right? Okay, this might be a little hard hack here. Or maybe it does freeze the other monster? Now I'm very confused. I don't know. Also, let's get some more bolts. Yeah, I guess I do need better gear, man. Give me those bolts. True dexterity, don't need that. Okay. Repair.
Not here.
Okay, and let's go fight Diablo. I mean, somehow... Now he's gonna kill our mercenary, I have a feeling. We are gonna do him on players 1 though. Or should we do players 3? Players... no. It's already too late. Okay, let's see how slow he becomes. Gosh darn it, Razan. Ah. Razan's doing some work though on him. See, like, I'm not even hitting every time. That's the problem. I think that's what I'm a little bit, like, not too happy about. Because I thought that the freezes target would have at least, like, done that, you know? I still want to try the demon machine, though. Port rune. And a stiletto. Oh. Longsword. Is this Cleggsaw's? We might have the same thing, man. Oh, and an ethereal.
Let Diablo's death end the reign of the three.
Very nice. Holy Shield is very good. If you can, yeah, Holy Shield is very good, and you don't even need that many points into it. You know? Yes, if you're wearing your shield, I would highly recommend using that. What is this? Storm Spike? Interesting. I know I have this. I'm pretty sure I have this. I don't know what it rolls to, so I'll keep it just for now. Maybe this is a better version of what I have. Who knows? But congratulations! We have done Act 4. We killed Diablo. But you guys saw how miserable it was when we started just with the fire. I mean, it was unbelievable because there's so many fire immunes there. So meaning dual specking is working, okay? It's not as powerful as the explosion and the AoE that the Holy Fire created. But it is. We could even... I do want to try this guy. Yeah, I'm going to try this actually as well. I want to try this. And let's just do it right now. Because it doesn't require anything more, right? I already have everything here. What is this at? 80. And what do I need? Ooh, 95. But where am I getting my... 95, huh? Where else am I getting it? Oh, from Angelics. Okay. But this is nice too. Now, unfortunately for this, we do need to put this sucker back on. So we do lose the resistances. But, hey, look. I found click saws, man. Woohoo! Just like you. Now tell me, are the bonuses exactly the same? They should be. They should definitely be. Oh, and I don't mean bonuses, I mean like affixes. Does this say 30% bonus to attack rating, which by the way is huge, and 50% deadly strike, which that means half the time you're going to be doing double damage. It's very good. Early on, very good. Let's go back and grab the crystal sword, and let's get some money, I guess. Yeah, let's try this out. Got 50 on deadly strike. Yep, same with me. Here, I'll show it off in a second.
Okay.
Let me just put this away. Aww, this could have been good. This could have been really nice. 30 attack, yep, is the same. See? So we finally figured it out, Z, that the set and the unique, right, the gold ones are identical. It's just that the rare ones are random, which I agree, because they are random.
What do you need?
Sword and gloves. Ooh, very nice. Nice, nice. Like I said, the knockback might be a little annoying, but it's not the end of the world. You know what I'm saying? So don't be like alarmed. You know what I mean? It's not the end of the world at all. So you'll be fine. Just takes a little bit of running. Make sure that you have the run on, because if you're walking, that will actually probably be annoying, because every time you hit correctly, the monster will be knocked back, right? So then you have to walk up to it again, unless if it's a fast monster that walks back up to you. But chances are it's the other way around. You know what I mean? And with the demon machine, Chukonu, let's see really quickly what that will require. Chukonu, where are you? Am I blind? Chukonu, where are you? Oh, right here. Yeah, all I need is 10 increased attack speed, which I already have here. I'm actually kind of waiting. This is great gloves. I can't wait to put these on, because I don't need the magic find here. Ooh, when we hit 63, we're going to have 20 more fire res, which is going to be huge. So here, I actually do want to experiment with something here. Let me see here. Beautiful. Okay, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, look at that. There's literally no difference. That's crazy. But our run speed is going to be way slower than that. Not liking the knockback, right? Yeah, the 30% attack rating and 50. Or, sorry, but the 300 attack rating from the double bonus. That's right, for when you're wielding both of them. Yes, yes, yes. You get that additional bonus on top.
Hello.
I agree. That is very nice. So it's kind of almost like, you know, you have to take the bad with the... Or, sorry, you have to take the good with the bad, you know? You can't get it both ways sometimes. You can't... What is it saying? You can't... have your cake and eat it too, or whatever that is. You know, have a cake and eat it too, which is kind of funny. But yeah. Oh man, so that kind of puts us in a dilemma. I really like the faster run walk here. But we do want some resistances, man. But maybe it's worth it. The evade is just so good as well. You know? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Push him against the wall and say like, well, who cares? Let's do it. I completely agree. Yeah, that is actually the strategy for sure. You know what I mean? For sure it's the strategy. Okay, so I think we're just sticking with this. If we find a Shale IO Eld, we can make... Or sorry, Shale Co Eld, we can make another hustle for a mercenary. And if we get a Shale IO, either Tal or Soul, we can make ourselves a Bulwark, which will be awesome. Yeah, that is true. No knocking back for the bosses, which, you know, is a good thing. Alright, Act 5. Let's see how this freaking goes. Whew, all quests are done so far. We will wait to imbue, of course.
What do you
Now,
need?
don't be buying stuff before you do the first quest, ladies. Make sure you,
Bail. I'm coming.
see, it doesn't even hurt the guy in the back, I think. Now remember, Act 5 is actually quite dangerous, especially those burning archers. When they gang up on you, you know, be wary. Ooh, you guys see that? Or maybe it does work? I don't know, man. I don't even know. Maybe it was working, I don't know. But I don't think so. I think it only works. Yeah. Let's actually see how much these guys take. Now, when they're in a line, you know, when they're in a line, this works. Yeah, but the explosion does not add to it, unfortunately. Talrune. But I like this safe, like, playstyle, you know? Oh my goodness. See, these guys are freaking strong. We should not be fighting these guys. I don't know why I am. Yowza. Act 5 is one of your favorite ones? Lies. Lies. Everybody. Didn't you say that you hated Act 3? Or am I thinking of somebody else? But in general, everybody hates Act 3. Because of the map system. Pretty much that's the main... ouch. That's the main issue. Check your masks, people, by the way. Whoa, not whoa. That's a nice one. But this could be Wow, that's a very nice one. Make a lore out of it. Fortunately, if it was completely like without sockets, I would have used the Larsa quest on it. That's how good it was to get 3. That would be ideal. I would prefer 3 sockets versus 2 sockets, but it's not bad. For the Hurricane, you know, just run around, deal lots of damage in Nightmare, normal. Also, check these bases, guys. 4 open sockets. Find your pole arm. Alright, I keep saying it. Ouch. But I can't say it enough, I guess. Okay, where are the stairs? Here they are. Let's get the waypoint and kill Shank. There we go, so we have to backtrack a little bit. And then let's see how Eldritch would go.
I am overburdened. Haragit is free of
There.
your kind, demon.
There's another rejuve. Oh. Okay. Beautiful. Alright, now let's see how we could do on players 8. I'm just curious to see how this is gonna work. And let's see if they no, they probably spawned on players 1. That's what it looks like at least. Yeah. Okay. We are 62. Let's keep pumping into resist cold.
Afternoon.
Alright, this guy is definitely going away. Beautiful. Now we have a Larsa quest. We might actually do. We'll see how we'll try Holy Fire too. I wonder how that's going to do against the Eldritch.
Good afternoon.
So, by the way, here, I don't know if I'm going to stop and do this leveling on stream, right? I might as well just finish Act 5 and then do some leveling on my own before going to Hell. Because it might just take a while, a little bit. But I am curious, this would be the time, I'm sorry, that you would be leveling at Eldritch before you go down to the Ancients. Why? Because on Players 8, you can get great experience at Eldritch. And the longer you wait, you know, your Ancients will give you that full level regardless until, I think, like, until in your 70s. Or maybe 71 or something like that. They won't give you a full level. I'm not sure exactly, but they still will. And so, you know, the longer you prolong them, the better for you, number one. And just the more skill points you have, the better your dual spec here will be. So let's see how much of experience I would get on Players 8 doing Eldritch, and we just barely started. Do you see how much do we have on the thing? Yeah, just barely anything. We're 62. We're going to try Holy Fire because it should be more powerful than Holy Freeze. But we will see. Okay, because again, Eldritch, I don't remember what his resistances are. If he's super tanky to... is a player's 8 run. Okay. Yeah, we need healing. So we gained more than this little section. Let's see how it looks on the legacy. Okay, we got more than 1 bar. Right? Almost 2 full bars, which means a little over 5 runs of Eldritch would get you your next level, right? So like 6 runs. Like that was run number 1. Or at least it should. Maybe 6, 7. Again, you don't have to go crazy high. Let's try Holy Freeze this time. You don't have to go crazy high when it comes to leveling. Let's see which one takes longer. Now, in general, Eldritch, yeah, you know what? Eldritch has high, and his minions have high cold resistance because they are cold resistant in Hell. So maybe fire is the way to go here. You know? So that was run number 2. We'll level up to 63 so we could put on our handy dandy laying of hands. And you know what? Let's respec because again the cold. Well, no, that's gonna be our main dealer. Okay. Yeah. We're just using fire just for Eldritch. That's right. Okay. Ouch. Whoa. We have to use Holy Freeze here to slow you guys down? I mean, we could. That does help a lot. Oh, and they have this freaking guy over here. By the way, what is our chance to hit? 76%. Not horrible. Oh, immune to cold. Fire, please give me fire. Woo! 4 open sockets? Nope. Healing. Rejuvenation. Okay. That was run number 3, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, this is going to be... Oh, let's sell some of this stuff.
At your service.
Let's put that away. Right, is that run number 3? Spectral hit is always harder, right? How many runs was that? So 2, right? Let's see. So 2. 3. This was run number 4. I'm guessing, because there's no other explanation. Okay, this is going to be run number 5 on players 8. Assault helmet and sparkly ball. Oh, very nice. That's run number 5. This is going to be run number 6. After we sell some stuff.
Salutations.
Whoa! Hey! Look at that ring, baby. For a melee, even. Look at that. Wow, that is beautiful. Very nice. Unfortunate on that end. Wow, that is a trophy ring, man. Low level too. Obviously, the resistances are not the best choice of res. That's for a that's a fact, but that's beside the point. Very good. Wow. What the crap? This is great. Where should I put this? This I can't just put on the other page over there. I don't know why I have this even. Oh man. Alright. I do wonder what would be better though, to be honest with you. This or this? This adds some fire damage. Might be even faster. They both explode. This one does pierce more. Oh, and it gives attack rating. Okay. I think I've been convinced. That is a bunch of attack rating. Holy moly, too. That's crazy. Alright, never mind. I'm sticking with the demon machine. Chikonu. Alright, this is run number 6. We are. And oh. Let's get like one more level, right? If you guys don't mind, let's get one more level to 64, and then we'll keep going. It'll just help us out that much more, you know? What the heck just happened there? Yeah, let's put these on. These guys do more damage to demons as well. My physical attack, which this does have some physical damage, right? 66 max damage, 123 enhanced damage. This doesn't do nothing. Albeit low, but still. And this does 350%. Now our fire is a little higher. Again, the attack speed actually does not help us. And, hey, look at that. 10% chance to cast level 3 Holy Bolt. Ah. Really? No Holy Bolts yet? Come on now. That's not cool. What is this? Oh. Okay, 1. This is gonna be 2. This is going to be 3. What? Look at that. What in the world? It's like the game knows that we're playing a ranged build. That's kind of awesome. That was run 3. Oh man, let's identify. I think it's the pus spitter, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't it? That's awesome. Yeah, it is. 155 enhanced damage. Hold on, what was ours? 211. Oh, that really is not good. Oh my goodness. Oops. Unfortunately, you, Mr. Pus Spitter, you have to go to the Garbaggio. Wow. What a waste. 155, huh? Just way lower than ours. Alright, number 4. Finally. You guys see how long it took for me to cast one
I am overburdened.
holy bolt? What the heck? Should be casting them left and right. Okay, this is gonna be number 5. Number 5. Let's get rid of those archers as soon as possible. Bye bye, archers. Aw. Hello, Lancer. Okay. This is gonna be 6. And again, it doesn't take forever. It doesn't take too long, I would say. And by the way, you know, even if you don't have my gear, it has no effect on your clear speed. What has an effect is your level of your aura. That's it. As long as you have fires explosive arrows somewhere and piercing attack, you're going to be doing as good as I am. Potentially better if you have better gear, because I really don't have any plus skills or anything besides this one guy. But ooh, money. There we go. Alright, and this is going to be run 7. See, so next level, it's going to be 7 to 8. But you could do this. I would suggest doing it. Go up to like 65, 66. I believe that Eldritch kind of falls off. If I'm not mistaken, last time that I did this, around 68/69. That's when he kind of falls off, and it's like not really worth doing him that much. But up until 69, you can do him comfortably, okay? One last run, and we keep going after that. Well, let's sell this first, and then we'll just continue on, you know? Hey, look at that. Level 37 required. Too bad Spirit exists, right, guys?
Afternoon.
It just outperforms every single wand or orb. Whoa, my aura, get out of town, please. Oh my goodness. Alright. We are done with our leveling. More into resist cold for the cold damage. Ah, could have been a Viper Magi, but it was not. 4 open sockets. Hey, look at that. See? Got yourself a Spirit Sword. But we are going to be going down to players 1 again. Because, again, Act 5 is just... it's scary. It's scary, and it could... again, this is not an optimal build. We just kind of came up with it, and we're somehow surviving. And we're even doing a dual Holy Fire, Holy Freeze spec. And the Holy Freeze, unfortunately, does not get bonuses to the area of effect from exploding bolts or exploding arrows. So the only monster that gets that 780 to 799 cold damage is the monster that the physical arrow hits. And we need to hit them. So our attack rating does matter now. Isn't that crazy? So Angelics actually came in handy. So did the attack rating on Ravenfrost. And so does all the dex. So does all the dexterity. Jeez Louise. Even dexterity on here. And this is a huge 632 attack rating. 632 to attack rating is also humongous. So, yeah. That's the way to go. You could even get more attack rating if you put those 2 Saigon pieces, right? If you put Saigon boots and Saigon's helm, you get even more attack rating that way, which is good. Same thing with the gloves. I mean, again, you should be rocking. Saigon's is a great one. Saigon's gloves, boots, and helm put together. Great for attack rating and attack speed and everything. That's a great combo right there. And they're not like pieces that are essential to like, that are huge, right? Like it's not a weapon, so you get to choose whatever you want there. It's not like a hustle or a Canopy Frozen armor or whatnot, right? So if you're not wearing Hearth for the Canopy Frozen, opt in for a Saigon's 2-piece. Alright? Keep that in mind. It's a good option. Trust me, trust me. Alright, players 1. Let's turn on our map and let's do this. Some of these monsters will still be players 8, unfortunately, because we spawned them, you know, they spawn in like a radius somewhat. Close to your character, so but now over here we should be back to players 1. Yes, and we see the difference right away. Right? Okay, and we're using Holy Freeze in general. It slows everybody down. I feel way more comfortable doing it, and I think it's a good choice. Alright, let's rescue the barbarians, get our 3 free runes. Also allows us to hire an Act 5 barbarian mercenary, otherwise you cannot. Now he's also an interesting choice. You know, he could have things like, you could make him a lawbringer. You could give him hustle for the weapon, you know, which gives fanaticism. You know, very low level fanaticism, but it does. The barbarian mercenary has some of the most versatile combinations, I would have to say, of any of the mercenaries, you know. And definitely I would go with hiring the frenzy one, so you can dual wield like 2 swords, you know. Like I said, get him a lawbringer, get him a hustle, or the rune word lawbringer, right? And he's super tanky, way tankier than Act 2 mercenaries. Just FYI. So if your Act 2 mercenary is dying often, you know, meaning like somehow he just doesn't have the gear or the resistances, like you just couldn't find him anything good, and he doesn't have life leech. Again, I'm using a Yari, right? The unique Yari that naturally comes with 3 sockets, but you know, like if you're using insight and you have not found and you have not made him like a bulwark, he will be dying. Now eventually the Act 5 mercenary dies too, obviously, right? If he doesn't have life leech, he will suffer the same consequences as your Act 2 mercenary. But the tankiness is beyond reproach. I don't know if I used that correctly, but there's a huge difference in tankiness between the Act 2 mercenary, which again gives you a free aura, right? and the Act 5 Barbarian Mercenary. Way tankier, and he keeps up with you, so he doesn't lag behind like Razan over here, where who knows when he'll be able to catch back up to me and join me in fighting. But the Act 5 Mercenary, no problemo. He is right there with you pretty much. You know, there might be some on the off chance, like some areas where he gets like blocked in or something, right? So he doesn't follow you as fast. Now look, this is why you need Cannot Be Frozen. Look, Act 5 just shoots. All those shamans just shoot cold instead of fire, man. You cannot survive without Cannot Be Frozen in Nightmare. Nope. Don't do it. Well, you could survive maybe, but it is not a fun experience. Let me just say that. Look at this. And they're fast. Woo. By the way, Ravenfrost. You guys gotta get one. Get one from Nightmare Mephisto. Alright.
I am overburdened.
Ravenfrost is so good. And it has a cold absorb. So that helps out with, you know, us having negative cold resistance. Again, I don't know why we're actually fighting all these. We shouldn't be fighting all these in my opinion. Maybe boss groups. Because even on Players 1, it seems to be doing something, right? Giving some experience. The minions and the boss packs. Oh, there's 2 boss packs here. Look at that. Oh, that's right. And this is where full rejuves start to drop. So actually, if you have not been collecting regular rejuves to cube up, later in Act 5 is when it happens that you can naturally start getting them. Waypoint? No waypoint, okay. We don't need the waypoint here, by the way. Okay, we're gonna teleport through this nonsense. I hate these freaking walls. Haha. Cursed. Okay, Thresh Socket is always cursed, by the way. Oh, great. Leapers, huh? Alright, so to the right, to the right. To the right, to the right. In the crystalline passage we go to the right. For the waypoint. Then we're gonna go to the right again. For Anya. Oh, by the way, we might actually have to switch to Holy Fire for these ice caves because they have a bunch, and I do mean a bunch, of cold immunes. I forgot about those guys. Yeah, so I think Holy Fire, even though it doesn't make us, you know, safe. Like for these guys, we're going to use Holy Freeze. The safety goes down, but, well, we can't do anything about cold immunes, you know. These are okay, but like the Claw Viper, no, not the Claw Vipers, but I do know that there's a bunch of cold immunes, like the Frozen Steens, like the little ice, like kind of like frozen monsters or whatever. They look like a frozen, I don't know. But you guys know what I'm talking about, I think. They like move super slowly. Those guys are all immune to cold here. Alright, Frozen River. Alright, Anya, please, no souls though. I am really hoping that there's no souls here. And I have a feeling it might be going that way. Let me see. Does it go this way? Yes, good. Ah. Oh no. Balls. Get out of here. But it is nice to have both. Z, you made a good call on the Holy Freeze, man. Because you could always switch, like quickly pretty much. You could switch from Holy Fire to Holy Freeze, get a little bit of a crowd control, and then go back to, you know, DPSing. So good call on that, my friend. Good call. Alright, ooh, we're gonna be able to max
Impossible.
fire. Woohoo! Very nice. Hold on, give me 1 second, y'all. Let me get some drink here. There we go. Take a swiggeroony of water, of agua, right? There's your crystal sword right here. See? Alright, let's get our resistances. Yeah, boy. Boom. Very nice. Alright, I'm happy with those. Lightning could be, I mean, they all could be better besides fire, but, you know, don't get me wrong. Without laying of hands, there's no other glove in the game that gives you this much fire resistance, right? Your normal max amount of fire res on any rare glove is gonna be 30. So, you know, without this, with 30, it'll also be like 55, 56. So we're kind of just on the brink there. And remember, this is Nightmare in Hell. Woohoo! Minus 60 to all resistances. No, 60 more from this. So this will be at 15. This will be at negative. Yikes! I don't know what we're gonna do.
Service.
I think we might have to go, yeah, with like, we're definitely gonna have to take this off. We're gonna need an all-res helm of some sorts, and we're gonna definitely need to go with something like Goldskin. I think for Hell, there's no other way around it. Or Skin of the Viper Magi, obviously. +1 to skills. I mean, how great is that, right? But yikers. This will, you know, Hell is gonna be hard. Let's go get our whatever she's gonna give us. Hello, Anya. Oh, you gave us a shield. Whoa, look at that. 42 all res. That's actually kind of impressive, you know? Wow. Very nice.
Good morning.
Level 38 required only. Woo-wee! CZ, if you can find something like this, this is nice too. Unfortunately, it doesn't have, and it has faster block rate. You know, very good actually overall. Too bad it doesn't have, too bad it's, you know, again, overshadowed by Spirit, right? If you find an all-res shield that's white, I mean, it's just better than this. Unfortunate. Ooh, almost perfect magic find down there. Alright. We did Anya. Very good. We don't need to go back for anything there. So, let's go again. And this time we are going to go straight across. Oh, we're going the wrong way. But that's okay. We could actually go straight across there. And he really needs a cuirass. Or sorry, a cuirass. A hustle cuirass. Or a hustle anything, really. Can we skip some stuff here? I wouldn't mind skipping. There we go. Whoa, Death Lords. Okay, at least we know that they are there. And I believe they might be fire immune. Or sorry, cold immune. We'll see. Or fire immune maybe? Wow, dude. No, they're not immune to anything, but they're definitely not gonna be fun to deal with. Moon Lords, eh? I don't know what the cyber thing is. All I know is that the shield, I don't know. But the Hisara shield is nice, you know. Cyber, again, I don't remember what the bonuses are for that. Spiderweb sash, man. That's money. You guys know what that could have been if we were in hell, right? Wah. That could have been... Oh, wait. Also, let's check what's over here. We should teleport there before going further. Ah. Good thing we checked. Frozen Tundra. It saved us so much time. Oh, let's skip some of you guys. We're not big fans of arranged monsters. Block and block chance, yeah. Again, I don't know if that's something that like I would be like, ooh, wow, that is amazing. You know what I mean? Maybe another shield is gonna be better, especially for a paladin. That's the bad part about any sets that have shields. That the paladin has great shields of his own. You know what I'm saying? Meaning it's almost kind of stupid to use any set or unique shield on a paladin, unless if it's Herald of Zakaru, which is a level 42 that you could only find. You could start fighting in Nightmare, Mephisto. That's like the special paladin unique. But besides that, unfortunately, again, I wish that it wasn't true, but the paladin shields are so good. Like the regular ones, you know, just like the white paladin shields are so good that you can make a spirit in them that has 4 sockets starting in Nightmare, and they naturally come with resistances sometimes, and they could go up to 45 resistances just naturally. And then you put a spirit in there, you got like 70 all res, man. It's amazing. So that's the that's immune to cold. So that's the bad part about, you know, set shields for the paladin, unfortunately. Also, Ancient's Way, I forget which way we have to go. Is it to the left? Maybe it is to the left. Alright, we're gonna go this way, I guess. Will these guys fire cold immune? No, right? 3 open socket. Check your crowns. Check your crowns and masks and great helms. What's here? Oh, nothing. Ha ha ha. Oh my gosh. Quill rats. We don't like you, quill rats. Oh, here's the waypoint. That's good. We did need a waypoint before we fight ancients. Again, Ancient's Way is one of those places. I roughly remember all maps, but for some reason, Ancient's Way always eludes me. I cannot, for the life of me, remember which direction to go. Whoa. Got no Giro sockets yet? No, yeah, so use it for now. Oh, I'm not saying don't use it. I'm just saying eventually you will be, you will yourself prefer to use a paladin shield, you know? So, alright, let's see what we can do with the ancients. Make sure you're on players 1 for ancients, and that's like a guarantee. Like, you definitely need to be players 1. There's no reason to not be. And let's do this. No cursed. That's the only thing that I kind of don't want. Cursed. Everything. Oh, what the heck? Man, all the other stats were good. Mana burn is okay.
Good evening.
It's actually a preferred stat. Mana burn is very nice because... Oh, just because. Teleportation. Okay, we're good. I wonder if we could even tank them. Man, I'm tanking them pretty nicely. Am I not doing any cold damage at all? What is going on? Okay, let's get this guy quick. Now I'm just curious. What the heck? Again, I have Holy Freeze on. My attack should... Unless if they're really that tanky? Whoa! There we go. Whew! That was something. Well, we're 65. 65% chance, man. That really hurts. Alright. Oh, great. Yeah. I can't buy any. Alright. Ooh, very nice. Yeah. Congrats, man. I am rooting for you. Go get him. Yeah, let's get our runes.
Up best, yes.
Okay. Let's go through the World Stone Keep. Oh my god. Immune to full. Oh! Ooh. Amulet? Man, I don't even know what could drop in, Oh, what could this be? Like, how high of an item could that be? Is the question. But again, so many cold immunes here, as you guys can see. So we need to use Holy Fire, unfortunately. And which means no crowd control. Ooh, resist cold is clutch. I like this. That's our weakest link. Unique amulet though, kind of cool. I wonder what it is at. I'm at level 30 and my attack rating is already at 3k. Yeah, you're gonna pretty much have no problemos. No problems whatsoever with hitting. I think, if I'm not mistaken. 3k at level 30 is a lot. Yeah, I'm at 3k only. That's hilarious. I didn't even realize how bad my attack rating was compared to yours. Alright, level 2. Let's find the waypoint. Let's go... Which way should we go? Let's go counterclockwise. Oh, great. Souls, huh? Okay, we might have to go slowly through here. With Holy Freeze. Because this can get nasty. What Where's this shrine? Combat shrine. Again, if you could survive these things, it is a good experience. By the way, I'm very surprised how little the holy bolt is proccing. What is going on? Is there like a weird calculation for bolts? Or arrows? I mean, unless if I'm blind and I'm not, I guess that was one. Okay. Can we get a quick turn off? Would be nice. To the right, to the right. Okay, that's another bolt. So maybe I'm just not looking closely enough. But whoa. Ah. Okay, this isn't that bad, right? Could have been worse.
I am overburdened.
Another hunter's guys. Aw, ethereal. Okay, I wonder if this one's a nice one, then we could do some bail runs. Oh no. Minion, eh? Let's check up here still. Oh, nice. Nice. This is a quick one. This is a very nice map for Nightmare. Or for Nightmare Bell. We're gonna be done before you know it, ladies and gents. Well, I guess it's time anyway, because it's a 2-hour stream so far. And we'll finish before the 2:30 mark, which I think is, whoa, dolls, which I think is like the perfect, you know, not too long of a length. Okay, hold on. Does the cold apply using the? Oh no, the cold. What am I saying? The cold applies from the holy freeze. Jeez, please. Hey, stop it. Get away, you dolls. Hey, another thing to imbue. Would you look at that? Come on, Razan, help me out with these dolls, buddy. Thank you. Let's grab a... Also, we're going to need to clear some of this out. Is this all cleared out? It is. Wow, okay. Not completely, but let's get this out of the way. We might need this area. Halberg. I should be checking if they have 4 open sockets. Let's put some stuff away, shall we? Alright, we're on the final stretch. Alright, guys. Should I record this? No, of course, it's being recorded on YouTube. Ready? Boom! It's Anokazan. Well, if we didn't need the attack rating, trust me, I would put this on in a heartbeat. But unfortunately, we do need it. Alright. This is for yet another imbue. Perfect. We're almost out of space as well. Hey, take a look at this. Now, this is a great belt. If you guys manage, like I said, shopping in Nightmare, you could find some nice stuff. So if you have not found a nice, unique belt or a nice rare belt with, like, you know, double res or double res in life or whatever, or like faster hit recovery, life, res, you know, getting yourself huge life and huge singular res, right? Like either just fire or just lightning or just whatever you need, is shoppable. That and it could roll all the way up to 100 life and up to 30 res. So pretty darn good. Look out for those guys. All right, they are kind of important. Also, let's check this halberd. I was curious. 3 opens. Alright. Make that safety TP again. And clear out the main room. Oh my gosh, more dolls. Come on, Razan. This is all you, buddy. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna need that for later for sure. Oh yeah, this is Garbaggio. We don't need that. Ah! Razan, where are you? Does the Decrepify not even slow us down? Because that's how much attack speed we have, or what? That's hilarious. That's kind of crazy. Fire is better here. Whoa, ouch. Man, that cold. Okay, cold though. Yeah, I had a feeling that our mercenary's gonna get nuked. We're gonna get nuked. What the heck? Come back. Come on. Is it just me or did the music volume like change? Like, hold on, let me see something. It's like in the background or something. No, everything's working. That's so weird. Weird. Yeah, it got like nullified or something. Alright, Razan, get ready for this wave, buddy. This wave is not pretty. Although, come on, Razan, heal yourself. Ah, no, Razan. Man, these guys are so tanky. That's right, suckers. 65% chance though, man. Ah, see now? I don't know. It's weird. Anyways, you guys ready? This is the last thing that we gotta do. And then we're done with Nightmare. Let's do it.
The World Stone.
Players 1. We could have done players 2. And now remember, we don't have Crushing Blow. That would be something that you guys should consider having as well. Razan has Crushing Blow, but again, Razan likes to just chill and do nothing. You know what I'm saying? There we go. Did you guys see? Oh my god, do you guys see those big chunks of health? Yeah, that's Crushing Blow for you. And we have 0 of it. Only Razan has Crushing Blow. And that's obviously when he, you know, he actually has to hit. And he doesn't hit all the time. Come on. Maybe Holy Fire. Yeah, maybe Holy Fire is the way to go here. There's just more damage. And woohoo! Congratulations! You have completed Nightmare. And you got yourself a second pair of Saigon's boots. And a claymore, which I don't know what that is for. Let's check it out.
Taint this mortal realm.
Claymore. Let's see. Soulflay. Hey, look at that. Interesting lower level, like dual-handed sword, right? Two-handed sword. Has 2 leeches, mana and life leech. Rolled really low on the life leech though. But unfortunately, the damage is not there. You're at, Hadriel. Okay, so you still have, so you're halfway there. Once you get to, the Chaos Sanctuary, that's when the fun begins, my friend. And when I say fun, I mean, you know, the difficulty cranks up a little bit. Be careful with all the curses that they're going to throw at you, man. You're going to be very, very careful with that. But there you have it, folks. You have finished Nightmare. You have killed Bale. If you have nice maps, you can rerun Bale. As you saw, I gained a whole level and a half, I think, right? Am I going crazy or no? Because I hit 65. Oh no, I did 1 full level because I was at 65, like maybe somewhere there, or like I don't know exactly, but like roughly either halfway there or something like that. And I gained 1 level on players 1. If you cranked up the difficulty to players 3, to players 5, you know, for the different Bale waves, you can get crazy experience. And yes, it will be more dangerous and stuff like that, but if you can tank and if you could dodge all these things, Bale runs are the way to go. Because again, Eldritch runs fall off at around 69. But Bale runs you can do till, I don't know, 75 if you like. You can also, which I would recommend, is do Terror Zones. Terror Zones in Nightmare go all the way up to 71, I believe, and 5 levels from there, going both above and below experience very little to no experience penalty whatsoever. So actually, at my level 66, I would be a perfect candidate to start running terror zones. Well, actually, you're a good candidate to run terror zones regardless of what level you are, but your experience will not fall off until around 76. Let's just say 75 to be on the safe side, because 71 plus 5 is 76. So you should be getting most of the experience without any like penalty for that, because all the monsters are going to be 71, right, in a tier zone when you're like level 75. But again, that 5 level difference is completely good. It's completely fine. So yeah, I'm not going to be leveling on stream here. However, trust me, I will be leveling off stream, because I am definitely not comfortable entering hell at level 66. Especially because we are technically a melee / physical, like ranged build, meaning we do need attack rating to deal damage. At this point, at least. Holy Fire with exploding bolts and arrows doesn't need attack rating, but Holy Freeze and Holy Shock will. And trust me, in hell, we cannot be just one spec. We do need to dual spec. So we need 2 elements to be able to kill pretty much 99% of the monsters in the game. Otherwise, you're going to have to skip like about, 30 to 40% of the monsters. You're going to have to skip if you only go 1 element. And it just is more dangerous because you are forced to skip or run around certain mobs that are going to be immune to the element that you choose. So definitely level up. I would not leave Nightmare under level 70. I would go up to at least level 70. Me personally, I'm most likely going to be going up to 75. And I will most likely be doing terror zones. I'll do Eldritch until like, let's say 68 or something. It's quick, just rinse and repeat. And then from 68 to 75-ish, right? I might go to 74, but 75 seems like a nice number to me. I'll be going to 75 doing terror zones. And again, you don't have to do terror zones on a high player count, because remember, or like right away at least, because remember, the monsters will match your level every time. And then champions will be 1 level higher. Uniques will be 2 levels higher, and super uniques, which are always the same, are going to be 3 levels higher. So you're always going to be outdone until you hit that level 71, and really you're going to be outdone until you're like 74, right? Because that's going to be the level of the super unique. So only at 74 will you match the highest level monster in the terror zone. And remember, attack rating has a huge portion of its percent chance to hit based on your character level versus the enemy's level. So if you are below their level, your chance to hit them is going to be drastically decreased, which means that you need to level almost in Nightmare before you go to hell to have a good experience and a good time. Otherwise, you're going to have a miserable hell run, especially for any melee or ranged characters, right, that are not spellcasters, and we are not a spellcaster. So please level up, do Eldritch till 69, or just do Terror Zones right away. You could do Terror Zones right now, and I might even prefer doing Terror Zones instead of Eldritch, because Eldritch gets a little bit boring, but he's a guaranteed, 2 items, he guarantees potions, and he guarantees safety, because there's not much of a threat. There could be, I guess, with burning archers or like the spear throwing cats. Those might be a little bit scary, right? if he's accompanied by like another unique pack, or like the archers that are the vile hunters, the vile archers or whatever. Those guys kind of are scary if they're extra fast and stuff. But besides that, it's a comfortable place. He's a comfortable monster to kill over and over until like around 69, and then you could do terror zones until into your 70s, right? So, without further ado, ladies and gents, I think it's time to get out of here, right? Should we imbue something on the stream? No, I'll wait. Maybe I'll even imbue it in the next stream, because I'll start off in Nightmare maybe. Yeah, maybe I'll start off in Nightmare. We'll see. I'll either imbue something off stream or we'll do it next stream. But this is where we end the stream for today. Congratulations again on completing Nightmare with a kind of niche, unique version of a Holy Fireadin or a Holy Friezadin, right? We're wearing a bow. Well, a crossbow in our situation here, right? But you could be wearing a bow, wielding a bow, I mean. So yeah, grind. Good luck on the drops. Thank you for being here, Z. Good luck on your chaos run, man. Don't stop here. You know, just because I finished, don't stop playing D2, man. Kill Diablo so that next time you hop on, you'll be done with Diablo and you'll be in Act 5. Yes, till next time. It was fun watching, hopefully. Yeah, and playing at the same time. Everybody on YouTube, have fun. Good luck on the drops. Good luck on the leveling. If you like this journey, give the video a thumbs up. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. It's completely free. And if you like this video or any video in particular, maybe you could share it. You should share it on your socials and all that good stuff, right? And then if you're bored, also go to Twitch and follow me over there. That's also completely free. I'm excited about part Hell, which we are also going to do in chunks. And we'll go over, any specific gear changes that I made along the way when I was leveling up in like offline. So until next time, everybody, have fun gaming and take it easy, YouTube. Right? See you later, everybody. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching.